started to go through the first set of cross braces, and I was just gripped with fear. Of course, I had, you have to take off all the metal on your body, you have to put on this suit, you have to put on a gas mask, and because, you can't create any sparks down there. It's terribly dangerous. But uh, all I could think about as I was trying to get through this one brace, I got, probably my head and shoulders through. All I could think about was, if there's a spark, I'm going to fry here, and there's no way in hell I'll get back to that tiny accident hole. So I was there. There was a moment where I was partially through the first set of braces, and it was difficult to get through. But I had to decide whether to try really hard to get through. Obviously, the guy before me got through. He was a little bigger than I was. I should be able to get through. I was an officer. I felt so much responsibility at that moment. I knew it was my duty to go ahead and overcome this fear, accept this risk, and put my eyeballs on the problem and make the best decision possible after having actually touching and seeing the problem myself. But I was also very afraid. And I'm not proud of it, but at that moment my fear got the best of me. And I just couldn't bring myself to try really, really hard to get through these diagonal braces. I felt really shitty about myself. I thought, what is this E3 thinking of me? I'm an officer. But whatever. I asked him to take some pictures, and he took some good pictures, and I designed a repair for it, and I'm sure the repair was fine, but I chickened out. I crawled back through the way I had come, and I was safe again, but I hadn't really done what I felt like I should do. But I designed a repair. I'm sure the airplane was fine. It never crashed, to the best of my knowledge. And 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 then we completed the tour, and I got back to the base. But every single night for months, maybe for years, I thought about that and felt ashamed about it. I thought, about all the people who had gone into battle and accepted greater risks than I was faced with, you know, and died. And wasn't that my duty, my responsibility to risk my life, you know, to defend the country? And so I was really ashamed of myself. Nobody ever knew. I mean, I never got in any trouble, or nobody ever talked to me about it. Nobody ever even knew but me. But it really troubled my conscience and really made me ashamed for a long time. But then, somehow, might have been a couple of years later, an opportunity dropped down from the heavens and gave me the chance to redeem myself and wipe away, at least in my own conscience, my own shame. And I'm kind of glad it did, because I'd still be carrying that shame with me now. I would still remember it and know about it. Feel like, I wasn't quite worthy of wearing the uniform or the rank. But I'll talk about this second thing. One thing that happens a lot in engineering, and an illustration is the Challenger disaster. The space shuttle exploded because an engineer issued a warning, and the engineer's boss was not an engineer. He's concerned with the mission, he's concerned with money, he's concerned with business, payoff, public relations, whatever, but he's not as concerned with safety. And everywhere you go, engineers work for somebody like that.